Imagine this, you're cruising down the highway, the radio playing your favorite tune, when suddenly, your dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. The battery warning glares at you, and within minutes, your car starts losing power. Your heart sinks as you realize your alternator might be failing, and the culprit, often, it's something as small as a pair of worn-out carbon brushes. Friends, welcome back to WeeklyTools channel. It's David Richard here, and let's be honest, car troubles, they were never fun. They always seem to happen at the worst possible time, right? Like, you rushing to that important meeting, or you're finally heading out for that long-awaited road trip, and then, nothing. Your car just gives you the automotive equivalent of a cold shoulder. Now, one of the sneakiest little gremlins that can cause this kind of heartache is a problem with your alternator, specifically, the carbon brushes. Now, I know, carbon brushes sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, they are a crucial part of your car's electrical system. So, how do you know if your carbon brushes are on their last legs? Well, let's talk about the symptoms, and believe me, these symptoms can be a real emotional roller coaster. The dimming dilemma. Have you noticed your headlights flickering or dimming, especially at idle? It's like your car is trying to tell you something, but it's whispering instead of shouting. This is a classic sign of an alternator struggling to keep up. The battery blues. Your battery keeps dying, even after you've charged it or replaced it. You might think it's a battery problem, but if it keeps happening, it's likely the alternator isn't charging it properly. The warning light wail. That dreaded battery warning light on your dashboard. It's not just there for decoration. When it lights up, it's a cry for help. The strange noises. Sometimes you might hear a whining or grinding noise coming from the alternator. That's the sound of worn-out brushes struggling to make contact. The erratic electricals. Your radio might cut out, your power windows might slow down, or your dashboard lights might flicker erratically. It's like your car is having a mini electrical meltdown. Now I know these symptoms can be scary. You might be thinking, oh no, my alternator is toast. That's going to cost a fortune. But hold on a second, if you were lucky. And if you catch it early, it might just be the carbon brushes. Here is the good news. Replacing carbon brushes is often a much cheaper and easier fix than replacing the entire alternator. And if you are a bit handy, you can even do it yourself. Here is a simplified rundown of the process. Disconnect the battery, safety first. Disconnect the negative terminal of your battery, locate the alternator. It's usually on the front of your engine. Remove the alternator. This usually involves loosening a few bolts and disconnecting the electrical connections. Access the brushes. Depending on your alternator, you might need to remove a cover or regulator. Replace the brushes. Carefully remove the old brushes and install the new ones. Reassemble and reinstall. Put everything back together and reconnect your battery. Look, I know car problems can be stressful, but with a little knowledge and a bit of DI spirit, you can often save yourself a lot of time and money. And even if you don't do it yourself, you'll be armed with the knowledge to talk to your mechanic and avoid getting ripped off. So, there you have it, friends. Worn-out alternator carbon brushes, a common problem with a relatively easy fix. Don't let it leave you stranded. Keep an eye out for those symptoms and remember, a little preventative maintenance can go a long way. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more automotive tips and tricks. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you have any questions.